Hi, it's Rob. We've got to video number 6 for the backlinking course, and this is guest posting. Now, I probably should try to, and I say try to because it changes all the time, point out to you that guest posting potentially is one of the strongest means of backlinking. Meaning, a guest post from a powerful site is very strong. Of all of the other options here, wiki links can be strong, edulinks can be strong, right? But after that, I would say, looking at this, that guest posting would be the strongest individual links. Other things work very powerfully. Google stacking as a group of links. Tier 2 links linking to a video or whatever can be very powerful too. Broken links can be individually strong if you can find the right ones. So there are different ways. It's important that you know that guest posting is one of the methods that, should you get only 10 powerful guest posts to your website, it might be enough. Now, guest posting is something that I could easily turn into 20, 30, 40 videos and give you examples and outreach methods and give you email templates and all of which I've done and courses on personally before. So, you know, it is stuff that I've either been taught to do or done, and even taught other people to do. So it does all work. Right, so one of the easiest ways, let's start with, is using a guest search string to do a guest post. It's called Right for Us. And you would either outreach to the Right for Us people or search string. I tell you, these are probably weak links, right? So you've got to have a look at who it's from. Let me go to Google. I've already put in Right for Us with the word vegan. I hit search, and the Right for Us is the search string means inverted commas, right? So what'll happen is that all of these will come up, and they will go to a page called Right for Us, right? So in other words, you actually find places that are vegan sites that want letters, posts. Okay. Now, sorry, my sinuses they're wreaking havoc in my head today. If you go back to here, I keep referring to infographics because here's the thing: everybody uses the writing technique. They use a keyword, they go and visit. So sorry, this is what you would do with a lot of guest posting, outreaching. Okay, you'd go to the website that wants you to write for them. Let's pick this one. And you would go and look at this in detail. I nourish gently. Good for you. So sorry. Oh, there's written clearly there in English. I nourish gently. So this looks, it's .com. Okay. So the here, what they will do is they're looking for easy pages. So I've been told one of the ways to get automatic, and I've tried this and I've never had decent response. Write a page on your website and call it Right for Us. Get Google to index it, and what will happen is when people put in a search string for you and they say Right for Us fibromyalgia, in my case, or travel website, adventure travel, whoops, up comes my website, and I get an email from a guy that says, "Hi there, I do guest posting. Can I publish a page on your site?" And for that, they want a backlink from you. That's fine. Here's the catch. Firstly, Google doesn't like the Right for Us type of pages. In other words, Google knows this is a Right for Us website, and all of your outgoing links will be watered down simply because you've put up your hand and asked for people to write content for you. So when you advertise Right for Us this way, you're going to likely attract the wrong type of person, and Google herself perhaps is going to think, and bash you for it. Right. So, in truth, don't create a Write for Us page. Go and run an ad somewhere or find authors and pay them to write anyway. And that way you paid for it, safer. Write for Us is a cheap way. It works if you don't mind rubbish. I promise you, I've done it before. I wrote a Write for Us page and I just had the lowest quality non-English speakers looking for opportunities to write, because what they're doing is they're selling that content onto your site as a guest post. So these guys would say out there, for $50, I will write an article and get you a backlink to your site. So you pay that guy $50, and then he comes along and searches for a Write for Us and gets the link approved for that guy's site, and you've made, if you're prepared to do all of that work for that, and that's how they do business. So you would look through the Write for Us here, and in some cases it's not too bad. Yeah, I would say it's not the best option. So why would you want to write for the flaming vegan? And maybe, right? So have a look at it. Here you see, so there's all sorts of submit a post. There's the write for. They've obviously done all sorts of things in here to encourage. I bet you that this is in fact what's called. Hey, it's got a very high rank, eh? And here, so it turns out all the hundreds of pages it gets published non-stop is a good business to have. So, having said that, pick a niche that everybody wants to get links from and go out there and run all of these submit a post Write for Us pages, and you've got what's called an auto blog. So, not a bad idea. Okay, so sorry, let me stop getting excited and wanting to divert my thinking. So yes, you could do that. Now, a normal guest author, I've put outreach out here, whereas it probably should be in here, is what you would do is you'd instead search for powerful blogs in your niche, and you would sort of befriend them. In fact, what's here? It goes under this. Be friends. So you would learn you'd make some blog comments, and you'd email them separately, you'd give them suggestions, you'd share a PDF with them, you'd do things to where when they get an email from you, they know, oh, it's Rob, he's got that South African, he's got that Argentinian, he's that guy in Texas who's got a fibromyalgia site, and bingo, he's your buddy, because he's been helpful. But somewhere along the way he says, look, I see that you focus a lot on diet and cycling. Can I write an article? And you say yes, sure, and because now you know him, and so yeah, you get a backlink that way. So guest author via keyword by searching for people in your industry is a very, very good way. Okay, so that you do search by keyword, you'd befriend them, or you'd email constantly. So there's your outreach would be outreach by email through video, but preferably just email. And you would email them and even phone them, and then ask for an opportunity to do a guest post. Now, you would pre-do a guest post by researching what they want and propose that. So you'd look at it. In my case, for example, for my fibromyalgia site, I'd give away anytime a person a backlink for decent quality fibromyalgia-related health issues with pleasure. But I have to know that it goes to a decent site and it's well written and it's real and it's not made up, etc. So yeah, but having said that, if you do decent research for the people you want to post on, they are likely to respond when you say, wow, I love it, you're focusing on exercise and vegan, and I know that I've done this, and off you go, you've got yourself an opportunity. So you can research top authority sites. There's a course, she's been emailing me like crazy, and I've eventually just unsubscribed. Somebody about 5 minutes to being famous. And yes, she used the system of guest posting, or call it authoring, on top sites, and now she's known by everybody from the Huffington Post lady to whoever. And I'm a little cynical. insofar as that, yes, she can teach a few people, but out of hundreds of people, not all of them are going to go on and do that. And it's not even about that. It's all very well to be a pretty blonde and get noticed and then tell everybody it's easy. So sorry, there's a little bit of evil cynicism coming out there. So know that how you propose it and how you outreach for top authority sites is a skill. And if you get it right, there's your best route. So you, after all this guest posting, your best is to research and propose for top authority sites, make contact through them to them in the right possible ways, put together a website that shows that you're an expert at that, send them samples, do whatever it takes to be the guy that's getting all of this. Now, in my opinion, that appears to be a lot of hard work, and yes, eventually you become, in fact, some form of copywriter, and you can start selling backlinks to top blogs for hundreds of dollars a pop. Lovely. Remember, this is training, teaching people who are restricted with time and energy, us with fibromyalgia, to get this job done. So we're always going to come back to my method for infographics, and I'll get to it in a second. How long have I got done? 11 minutes. Let's hurry. So you'd obviously, if you research medium opposition, but they ranked, it's not the big, kind of Google, Huffington Post type sites. These guys are more likely to allow you into the door, and you're going to be better off. Try to avoid the tiny ones, but hey, it can't hurt to start off there, so you've got something published. I repeat, a small site that's fairly invisible in the beginning would love somebody to pitch up and say, I know about this very well. Can I please write you a page for it? Most people, if you can get them to answer emails and spot your outreach, will react. Here's the next catch. Outreach needs to be done in such a way. I've taught this over and over the years, and I don't want to do a whole here on this video, this single video. I don't want to do a whole thing on outreach. But if you're in the business at all, you will receive, there's times when I can receive 20 outreach emails a day offering content, or offering to build websites. I can get you on the first page of Google. And I've got blind to them because it's far too many. And so somebody with a popular blog, believe me, has the same issue. And you need to, if you're going to outreach to them, you need to make sure you're using their first names. You must talk about their dog. Hi, Linda. This is not about Trixie, your Pomeranian dog. Please read. There's a high chance she'll spot that. And now, whoever she is, realizes, oh, okay, wow, this person knew that I've got a Boston Terrier called Pablo. Good. Now they're awake and reading it. I must say, when I get a real email in amongst 100 every day, every now and again I'm actually surprised. Somehow I'm like, whoa, that's a real person. As opposed to somebody who's using copy-paste emails to outreach to the thousands. And incidentally, you can do that too. I also know of people that do outreach where they literally, their system is to outreach to 2,000 email people a day. And it works for them too, because they get their percentage back. So, also, if you're going to go to all this much trouble, it might not hurt to recommend that you become their regular expert on X, whatever it is. Okay, so that would be your common subject that you can always write pages on. Now you're on a homesteading site and you're the quail breeder expert. So once a week, once a month, you come on and talk about things related to breeding quails, recipes for quails, what to do with quails when there's a flood and they're all floating down the river. Sorry, quail people. So yeah, become the expert and you've got a permanent link source from there. Okay, right, the next thing to do is that all of this, for me, this is always aimed at text, writing, posts, right? Whereas in my opinion, an infographic is by far the best way. And I do have, in my images, I went through infographics quite a lot in the image course. And in the SEO course, I also went through infographics quite a lot. So all I'm telling you is that go to Canva or Photoshop, do infographics that are very, very well, what they call pillar posts, skyscraper posts. I call them super pages. The equivalent of your infographic must look. You can do a quick infographic and offer it to these medium ranked sites and get a backlink in minutes, because you send them the infographic first and then you tell them, but you can't use it without. In fact, let them use it and say, hey, you put my infographic without permission, please just give me a backlink and it's cool. And he'll go in and add a link. But it's better to not have to crap on him afterwards. It's better to say, here's an infographic, you're welcome to use, please link to any one of these 3 pages. Done. Okay, now, if you want these top authority sites to publish for you, and I promise you they will, if your infographic is so well researched that it took you a week of linking and researching and graphics to build this thing, that it literally runs like a 5-page book scrolling down with all the info on a single infographic, I promise you, the top sites, when you reach out for them, and in fact, you reach out to them from the top down and make sure you speak to the right person. So I would get onto the phone and say, look, I'm just harassing you because this is very powerful and I'm only going to let 10 people use it. And you're going to afterwards wish you had have listened. So, of course, you've got to go about that nice. You know, I'd hate you to lose the opportunity before I go and offer it to .net instead of your .com. Whatever it is, make sure you reach out with a powerful infographic and you could get 10 big backlinks and never need to rank your site again. Right, 16 minutes is enough for guest posting. I recommend you, whether you've done Right Fast Guest, Reach Out, all of these instead of text, I would say do an infographic, do a video, do something that for them is different. In fact, you really want to go for it, do a simpler infographic, add a banner, promise 1,000 pages and add a video to it that's done with PowerPoint. And then you give it to these guys. Now they've got a page that's worth it. But now you've had to let them know the hard part to do that is not that. The hard part is to get the people that count in the top authority sites in outreach to actually listen to you saying, hello, I'm here, do it. Can I please? You know, so short of delivering it or physically knocking at the door, hi, sorry to, pitch up with a pizza, but I know you are, whatever it is. Cool. Let me get out of here. Guest posting, very, very cool. Let me catch you in the next one. Press releases. Cheers.